I brought the ketchup out in case you want it.
Yeah.
Do you need anything else?
Oh, this would be great.
Alright, I just made James the broccoli cauliflower nuggets again. Because there's a whole bunch in the freezer. And the green beans fried up like French fries with steak seasoning. He likes it. And oh, this is cucumber juice. We're going to be drinking a lot of it for the next few days. I don't mind it.
I don't mind it. I just, I prefer cucumbers.
Oh, you finished your water. Here, have mine. I can just drink smoothie.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. I haven't even gotten dressed for the day yet. Still wearing my pajamas. It is 12:27. I did manage to get 8 hours 36 minutes sleep last night.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's great.
Helps it wasn't in the middle of the weekend.
Yeah, well, I had a what do you call it, intermittent fast or whatever. Yesterday, after the ice cream experience, I ate a big bowl of oatmeal with, you know, the usual cinnamon, ground flax, whatever, blueberries. Well, James finished off for me. I had a little bit too much, but I ate a lot. At about 3 in the afternoon, and then I didn't eat again until 7 o'clock this morning when I drank my gross juice, which was a little late for drinking the gross juice, but I wanted to get that fasting period in. And I still don't feel well after the ice cream. I never, ever, ever can have ice cream again in my life. And that's too bad, but that's the way it is.
The feeling nausea?
Yeah. So, anyway, so I had
second serving.
it's the second day of feeling bad over ice cream. It's not worth it. You know, I can't have it.
That's
So,
bad.
yeah.
I didn't get lactose intolerant, so that was amazing.
Well, you can home and use a washroom.
Yeah, but that wasn't for now. It usually takes about an hour for it to actually happen. That was from before. It almost like it healed it up. I don't know how it works though. But I'm not using the chemo, so.
But I did have a couple pieces of, what is it, Silver Hills toast. Is that the brand that we're eating right now?
I'm not sure.
Some
You mean
sort
that
of
oatmeal
organic.
stuff?
No,
The
I don't know
15
what it
grain
is.
stuff?
Is it? Is that what it is?
Well, one of the
Sure.
ones is 15 grain. It's pretty good. It's got like corn in there. It's almost like corn on the cob. Well, the 15 grain one, I checked.
Oh,
It
you
had-
did?
Yeah, it had rice in there.
Okay.
I mean,
Well,
it's hard to
I
find
noticed it was
15
all
grains.
organic, and I was pretty impressed with how much it had in it. I just didn't
Yeah.
notice what exact. I'm not feeling well, so I didn't really check it out. But anyway, drinking my regular smoothie now. So I had the baba ganoush on that toast earlier. Anyway, we're watching Twin Peaks, the limited edition series again for the second time, and James is actually watching it. Have you fallen asleep yet?
Oh, I've drifted off a few times. I mean, when I eat, I get tired. It's just nothing I can help about. I mean, the one thing I don't throws off after doing is driving, thank heavens.
Yeah.
But everything else.
Oh, he's very good at that, driving. Much better than me.
Well, not driving. No.
Yeah.
And I'm better now after I'm on the chemo
Sorry I made a few of them
than
too
I used
dark.
to be. Well, it doesn't matter at all.
Do they taste okay still?
I'm sure. I haven't started yet.
They look a pretty color inside, hey? It's almost like the color of pistachio pudding.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah, a little bit.
But yeah, anyway, at the beginning of the Twin Peaks series, well, it starts off where it left off, really, with Laura telling Cooper about that she'll see him again in 25 years, right? And so it's been 25 years.
Did she actually say that?
Yeah.
That's incredible. I'd forgotten about that. Was that in the movie then?
We'll have to watch it through again. I can't remember.
I actually waited 25 years.
And
Stunning.
but anyway, and then it shows an older Cooper, but he still looks good. And he's talking to the giant, you know, the guy with the bald head in the suit. And the giant tells Cooper to listen to the sounds from an old record player, the ones with the, what do you call those things?
It's
The
almost
horn
like a
out of the-
megaphone.
Yeah. And it sounds kind of like insects scratching or static, like when a record needle. I'm kind of giving it away because I already wrote the notes, or I already watched it, and then I was writing the notes as I was going the second time through. So I really shouldn't say what. Anyway, is that like a needle when a needle bounces at the end of the record when it hits the paper?
Repeats.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like that. And then he says, "It's in our house now. It all cannot be said aloud. Remember 403, Richard and Linda, two birds with
4:30,
one
I thought
stone."
it was. Was it 4:03? It might be
Kind of have
important.
like
Who
kind
knows?
of dyslexic kind of moments or whatever.
Mhm.
I could write it backward. Usually, with me, it'll be the way I write. My brain is running faster than my writing,
Wow.
and so I end up writing like only the end of a word rather than the beginning, or you know, things get mixed up that way.
Anyway, later on there's a woman repeating 119, right?
Yeah, there's some things going on. So, but anyway, that what he says at the beginning is very important, and it'll come around to it soon. James hasn't got there yet, so he doesn't know what he's talking about. It's in our house now, and it all cannot be said aloud. Very important. But we'll see that. We have been introduced, but we didn't know who he was yet. And it'll come back to this. There's a guy, he looks like boy, I'm gonna give it away if I say. I'm gonna have to find a different way of saying it. He looks like he, I think it's that actor, you know, that we like from 6 Feet Under. The older man, not the father in 6 Feet Under, but the guy who ends up marrying the mother.
Oh, him?
Yeah.
That big tall guy.
Yeah, I think it's him playing it, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
But he's playing a guy who looks kind of like I'm going to sound rude here, a homeless person or some sort of degenerate, and he looks really maybe sooty, I'll say. And so anyway, we've already seen him once, but we didn't know who he was, and there was no real attention drawn to him. He was sitting in a cell, in a prison cell, and then he kind of floated up like smoke. He kind of vanished. So so we don't know who he is yet, and we don't even know if he had any importance, right? You watch these David Lynch artistic moments, and you're wondering, why did he put this in, and does this have any relevance? Is he just putting this in because it's interesting or artistic, and it doesn't fit together? It all fits together. Pay attention to every moment. It all matters. So the first time through, you'll be wondering, God, where was the editor? You know, this doesn't even seem sequential or anything like that. And then later on, somebody is saying, I'll see if I can find it. Oh dear. It's the one-armed man, anyway. He says it a couple times to Cooper because it matters. He's asking him if it's the future or the past. Like he doesn't know. And anyway, I don't know where it is. And Jacoby, which was Laura's psychiatrist, if you remember him from the series. We haven't even, so far we've run through 2 discs the second time around. And at this point, we do see Jacoby. And if you've seen the series, you recognize him if you really watched the original series. But there's been no real introduction to him. We don't know who he is in this series unless you watch the other series. And so Jacoby is painting Shovel's gold. And he has, you know, the one red lens and the one blue lens in his glasses, like 3D, right? And we haven't, like he was wearing a respirator while he's painting with the spray paint, and you can see the respirator's all gold, and it's been cleaned out, the glass in front of his eyes, so that he can see. But you know by the look of the respirator, he's been doing this a long time. He's done a lot of shovels. He's been painting shovels gold for some reason, right? And this is important to him because here he is. You know, if you know who he is, you're like, why is a psychiatrist painting these shovels gold? You know, and like, what is the significance to this? Like, it's obviously important to him because he's doing it. He's done a lot of it, but you don't know why yet at this point. What else? Oh, there's a lot of reference to doppelgangers. I mean, that's throughout this whole thing, right? Like even the arm has evolved, like the arm of the one-armed man, whatever. The arm has evolved into something that looks like a dormant tree that's electrified. So it has no leaves, but it has like a crystal kind of head, and it kind of sparks, you know, little sparky noises, and then the lights through. But even the evolved arm has a doppelganger, and I mean, really, with Cooper, he has the doppelganger, who's the evil Cooper, right? Who's Bob. But he also has Dougie, who we didn't even know about until this. You know, Dougie was a trick. He was just manufactured. And then there's, well, if you think about it too, there's Truman, the sheriff from the last one. What was his? Harry Truman? Yeah. He's sick in this, and his brother Frank, I think, is the one who is the sheriff in this. So that's a bit of a kind of double in a way, right? So, and you have the, I mean, I can't remember the daughter's name yet. We haven't really been introduced in this little bit yet. Just her mom has talked about not what's her name? You know, the one Bobby's girlfriend from the series.
I wouldn't remember that. I see,
Well,
like
she
you've
worked
seen
in the diner and everything.
series
She's still
that-
working in the diner because she's a small town kind of diner girl, right? So she's grown up and she still works there with what's her name, Norma. And she now has a daughter, and this daughter she's found a bad boy who's doing drugs with her and stuff like that.
Typical teenage thing, eh?
Yeah. So this cycle repeats, right? So it's even the mother-daughter thing is kind of like a doppelganger thing. I don't know. What else? Oh, and Dale, at this point, he's the good Dale from the lodge has been, well, I guess he had the floor kind of pulled out from under him by the evolved arms doppelganger, and he ended up falling through, well, he fell through a lot of places, but anyway, he's now in Dougie, or not really. Dougie is now gone, but he has replaced. He's now in Dougie's life, basically. He's living with Dougie's wife, and he doesn't know. Dale doesn't know who he is, where he is, because he can't come back fully until the bad Dale is back in the lodge where he belongs. So, and we don't know what's going to happen with that. So far, that didn't happen yet. That happened yesterday when I watched it. So I'm going to stop and stick to the note because James should watch it right through. Ah, you got the ketchup on there today. So you don't want the egg. You want me to put that away?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
All right. So anyway, that is our dinner. And I think I'm going to have a bath and stuff. Unless you want to get going on that. You're just going to fall asleep after this.
Going on what?
Twin Peaks, the next disc.
How many discs are there? Have we seen one of it?
There's 2 discs that we've seen. We have another 2 to go.
Okay. And when does it have to be back?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow first thing, or?
No.
Yeah, let's do.
Well, you're going to fall asleep right away. I may as well have a bath and then...
Oh, I think so.
Yeah, you're going to fall asleep.
Food just does it to me.
Yeah. And I actually want to watch it. It's important.